The last red flag I've seen in my life is when I put productivity or tasks over people. This is when, in my life, I've seen that the task has become greater than the purpose of the task. For instance, I think we can all see this with a job. While there are many purposes for a job, what is one of the primary purposes for a job? To provide for your family. And then over time, the job becomes the thing that becomes center, and the family becomes second. It's like, what are you doing? Has anybody in here seen the King of Kings movie that came out? Christian movie, I get it. Most people don't go see Christian movies. Okay, and it's good because most are bad, but this one's good, so you should go see it. But it's the King of Kings movie is following the story of Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens wrote the Scrooge and that character and stuff. Anyway, he wrote a manuscript that's called the King of Kings, which is a children's story of the story of Jesus. And he wrote it to tell this story to his children. And at the beginning of the story, I like how they do this. At the beginning of the story, Charles Dickens is doing a play. And during the play, one of his kids busts out on the scene and is getting really in his hair. And he gets really angry with this child and all this kind of stuff. And then the thing that makes him the most mad is the child takes a manuscript that he's been working on and throws it all over the place and destroys it. So then it cuts to him going home and his wife like, hey, you're kind of being a dork and you need to love your kids better. And it goes up to his office. And on the office door, there's a sign that says, nobody enter, no exceptions, especially, I think it's the kid's name, if I'm not mistaken. Like the one kid that's like really bothering him. And he goes in and you find out that the manuscript that he's been working on is the story King of Kings, written for his children. Wait a second. So you don't want your children to enter into the room to bother you because they're annoying you while you're trying to write a manuscript of a story that is for them. Do you see the problem? And then at the end of the movie, he rips off the sign, and we love one another. And then he probably yelled at his kid 20 minutes later because that's real life. But what happens is that we take our productivity and our tasks and our daily accomplishment and we put them over people. And this can happen in other ways. I thought of this, right? We want a clean house, but then it's like a clean house takes precedence over our children. And there's so many things, and I don't know what it is, but I know that sometimes these rule our lives, not those we do them for. And when we do that, why would we put productivity over people? We put it over people because we are trying to justify that we're worthy, that we're good enough. And so if we don't get these things done, we're not good enough. But when we see the forgiveness of Jesus, hey, that's not my worth. Now, those are my red flags when I know I've stopped praying for forgiveness.